No. Village board meeting Tuesday, November 2022. Okay.
Good evening. We call the better here. Good evening. Can you call the Schaumburg Village Board meeting to order for Tuesday, November 8th, 2022? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke,
Present by Zoom.
Trustee Madej,
Present.
Trustee Dunham.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Kozak.
Here by Zoom.
Okay.
President Daly.
Present. All present and accounted for. Just a reminder, please turn off your cell phones, any other electronic devices so they are not interrupting your meeting. Thank you. Next item is a Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to ask Trustee Dunham.
Sure.
Thank you.
Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Trustee Dunham.
You're welcome.
Next item is the approval of minutes for October 25th, 2022. Any questions, comments?
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is the approval of the October 25th, 2022 executive session minutes.
So
Any
moved.
questions?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We have approval of expenditures for the amount of $3,783,251.38. Look for a motion to approve the expenditures.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the expenditures. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bishke.
Aye.
Trustee Madej.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Kozak.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Next one, we have a fun item. It's presentations. We have the presentation of the 2022 Landscape Awards to Schaumburg, well, a number of businesses here. So who's handling this? You're handling this. Okay. So I'll turn it over to you and
Sure.
let you introduce yourself if you would.
Sure.
And committee and everything else, and
Okay.
proceed.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Pratik Patel, and I represent Schaumburg Environmental Committee. And I'm here to present 2022 Landscape Award. To start with the categories, it's most improved commercial. That's one is the Chicago Marriott Schaumburg, or that's a hotel on Martingle Road, and has completed an extensive replacement of trees throughout the site in the parking lot and replaced shrubs in the park in the planting along the Martingle Road. This seasonal enhancement planting looks exceptional, and they also completed extensive parking lot repairs. Accepting the award is Adolph Mondeka, General Manager, Bob Paradis, Chief, and Karen Caldwell of the Grounds Pros, and Jeff Garcia of David Trees. Are they here?
So if I may, while you're getting the award out, so I had the opportunity to be over at the Marriott on Friday for the SBA Toast. A number of us did. And the place is just looking gorgeous. So not only outside have you done a great job, but inside is just beautiful. Very, very nice job. Very bright. Very up-to-date, you know. So definitely a nice job, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
okay. So what you'll need to do is gather around here and get a picture with
Yeah.
Mr. Patel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
If you could hang tight, we're going to do a full group.
Yeah, so don't leave just yet, so we can get a full group photo, okay?
Perfect.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Who's handling the landscape? Okay, so you oversee the landscaping portion of it?
The maintenance, yes.
The maintenance of it? Okay, so obviously a great job, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Next,
The next category is most improved retail. That's a Target store on Higgins Road. Completed an extensive update of landscaping on the site to replace the dead dying plant material and to provide seasonal color, especially nude shrubs, along the National Parkway. The new shrubs and the trees along the north building foundations, and the new daylilies in the parking lot island. And the new shrubs along the Higgins Road too. And accepting the award is Jack Walls, property manager, and Dave Smith and Susan Coventry of the Yellowstone Landscaping. Congratulations to you.
hey, why don't you get together there for a picture? Thank you. It's hard with our climate here, between having our harsh winters and our,
Yeah,
can be very hot summers, maintaining, good landscaping and keeping everything
That's true.
alive and well. And
Yeah.
so it's very nice when places like yourself put the effort into making sure it's looking good. So we do thank you. Next.
and the next is the most improved residential planned unit development category. That's at the Pickwick, and that's over 160 missing shades, ornamental and evergreen trees were replaced over 5-year phased replanting program. The previously existing trees were ash, Austrian pine, and other trees with an insect disease issue that needed to be removed. Accepting the award is the Donna Wheeler, that's property manager.
Hey, someone here from Pickwick?
Pickwick
No.
Apartments.
All right, well, we'll do a little round of applause.
Oh, sure.
And we'll make sure you said Donna, right?
Yeah,
We'll make sure Donna gets the award. 116 trees, though, that's a lot of trees.
yeah, it's really nice.
So, yeah, so that's quite a bit. And then,
Yeah.
of course, we like trees because we're a Tree City, USA, so
Right,
it's
right.
great to have trees. Okay. Next one.
Okay, so next category, it's on the best maintained category and has the landscape beds that are weed-free and ledge, and the plant material is pruned, and the turf area is mowed and weed-free. And that's a commercial Woodfield Corporate Center on Martin Hill Road, and the accepting the award is Joe Baker, as Christopher Enkler, he's the general manager and he's unable to attend tonight. So Joe Baker from Brightview Landscape will be receiving the award. Congratulations.
So for those unfamiliar, Woodfield Corporate Center is over by Meacham and between Higgins and Woodfield Road on the east side of Meacham. And large property, got a lot of landscaping in there, and they do a fabulous job, not only there, but if they have a beautiful
Yeah.
atrium area inside that is very nicely done. Been to a number of events in there, so they really maintain the property well. And so,
Right.
good job. Thank you.
The next one is the best maintained on retail category. That's the Streets of Woodfield. And accepting the award is Michael Mazza of Mid America Asset Management.
Okay, we got
Mike-
someone
Mr.
here from the
Michael.
streets of Woodfield. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I have Woodlawns with me. They're our landscape provider as well.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you said your name, you're Michael? Okay, and you are
with Mid-America. I'm the
Okay,
property manager.
so the property manager and all that? Okay, great. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very nice job. Okay. Okay, next one.
Okay. The next category is the best maintained residential planned unit development, and that's a Town Place West. And the accepting the award is the board president Rob Stobel and Danny Swartwans from Yellowstone Landscaping.
Okay. So, for those unfamiliar, Town Place West is exactly as it sounds. It's on our west side, where everything else right now, so far, has been more on the east side. We are actually moving over here to the west side and recognizing them, so it's always great. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is the best natural landscaping, and that's on a Weatherford North. It's been recognized for the native planting around the perimeter of the retention pond. The native landscaping filters pollutants and absorbs stormwater runoff, which decreases the amount of stormwater sent downstream. Outstanding maintenance has allowed this planting to thrive, and it's been used as an example of how natural landscaping can enhance stormwater retention pond. Accepting the award is G.L. Moore, that's board president, Rose Jaworski, property manager, and Letty Flores, and that's native, especially for emerald sites services.
So they're receiving, just to make clear, receiving the award for best natural
Naturals, yeah.
landscaping.
Yeah,
So
native.
native and all that, that's very difficult to come back to because things just kind of grow over time, and we pick out all sorts of different things to grow and all that. So, and of course, there's this buckthorn that is prevalent in the area that's always hard to get rid of. But very good. It's very nice. The village is spending, or has spent, quite a bit of money to take out buckthorn and all the other non-natural plantings, and are redoing the creek area and all that. So we've tried to get back to those native plantings. So tough spot to get to, but thank you for the attention to detail on that. Okay. So are we, I think we're done?
Yeah,
with,
we are done. So we have a group photo?
You want to do a group photo?
Yeah,
Should I
yeah.
have everybody come up?
Sure.
If you wouldn't mind, come back up and bring those plaques with you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
People with the plaques in the front. Get everybody in, or do you need them squeezed together a little bit more?
Yeah.
All right. If you try turning sideways a little bit, you can get people, a little bit more people in there. There you go.
Thank you, everyone's good.
Okay, thank you. So you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting or leave as you might need to go, so that's quite all right, not a problem. Thank you all for coming. All right, we're going to move on to liquor license requests. We have a request from Mr. Le Patel, not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, for a Class J liquor license for Comfort Inn located at 1300 East Higgins Road. new owner of this property. So, welcome. Just give us your name and address for the record, and if you wouldn't mind signing in there, we would appreciate it.
Sure. I did it, actually. I did. Good evening. My name is Lal Patel. We own that Comfort Inn located at 1300 East Higgins Road. We just bought it probably month ago. So we are requesting to, approve us liquor license. We've been getting a lot of requests from the guests, so we feel like we need it.
Okay. You're not, I assume you're not planning any other changes, because I know they went through extensive renovations and all that, so.
Yeah, we are not. Yeah.
Okay. All right, questions, comments from the board? Hearing none, then you will need to, during normal business hours, need to go to the mayor's office, which also serves as a liquor commissioner's office, anytime starting tomorrow, and apply for that license. It's kind of perfect timing because licenses are coming up for the new year now. And apply for a license. There'll be paperwork to complete, background check, fees to be paid and all that, and then a license will be issued.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you. You're welcome to stay or leave, whichever you want. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Next is a request from Mr. Harlan Powell for one Class A liquor license for Dave and Buster's located at 601 North Martingale Road. New license. Good evening.
Good evening.
So if I can ask you for the same thing, give us your name and address for the record, and if you can sign in, we'd appreciate that.
Sure. So I'm Neil Hines. I'm an attorney from Harlan Powell's office.
Okay?
I'm here representing Dave & Buster's. This is Casey Fitzpatrick. He's the general manager for this proposed location.
Okay.
This is, we are requesting a Class A liquor license at 901 North Martingale Road for a new Dave & Buster's.
Okay. Well, we're excited to have you applying and come into the village. Obviously, it takes over the old GameWorks, so similar concept. So that's great. Love that idea. Questions from the board? Yes.
I just want a verification that on our agenda it says 601 North Martingale. Is it 901?
Oh, that's probably, I think that's right. Yes, it's 601.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Others, questions? Trustee Dunham?
Yeah, this will be great. Now we don't have to go all the way to Bloomingdale.
Yes. Dave & Buster's is a nice operation, so. So same comments as the prior gentleman. During normal business hours, you'll have to have someone go to the mayor's office, liquor commissioner's office, pick up the paperwork, complete that along with anything else required, some documents will be needed, background check, payment of fees, and a license will be issued. So,
Understood.
anticipating any time to open soon?
We're looking at Q4 of next year or Q1 of 2024, depending on how permits
Really?
go.
Okay, that far out. All right. Well, we're hoping you get there sooner.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, consent agenda. We have a consent agenda. Will be read in its entirety. Voted on as one motion to approve. Wish to discuss an item further, please indicate that when the item is read by the village clerk so that it can be removed from the consent agenda, discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on the consent agenda in one motion to approve. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda?
Number 1, proclamations. Small Business Saturday, November 26, 2022. 2, Engineering and Public Works Committee. The motion would be to approve an easement agreement with the Commuter Rail Division of the Regional Transportation Authority, METRA, regarding the roadway and multi-use path at Rodenberg Road and approve the required resolution. B, the motion would be to approve the National Parkway from American Lane to Golf Road improvements, local agency agreement for federal participation, and approve the required resolution. C, The motion would be to approve approve an agreement for the construction engineering services of National Parkway from American Lane to Gulf Road with Civil Tech Engineering, Inc. of Itasca, Illinois, in the amount of $1,045,368 and approve the required resolution. D, the motion would be to approve utilization of Illinois state pricing for the purchase of fleet tires with Commercial Tire Service of Melrose Park, Illinois, at an amount not to exceed $90,000. E, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance authorizing the disposal of surplus vehicles as listed on the fiscal year 22-23 vehicle replacement schedule. F, the motion would be to authorize participation in the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance and award the Station 3, Pump 3, Station 12, Pumps 1, 2, and 3 replacement project to F.H. Passion of Chicago, Illinois, in the total amount of $586,715.71. 3, Finance, Legal, Administrative, and General Government. A, the motion would be to establish the levy amount of $19,479,582, set the tentative key, too big a figure, $19,479,582, set the tentative key levy on November 8th, 2022, and waive first reading and adopt the 2022 tax levy ordinance on December 13th, 2022. 4, Health and Human Services Committee. The motion would be to award the 2022 Landscape Award recipients to Schaumburg Marriott, Pickwick PUD, Woodfield Corporate Center, Streets of Woodfield Town Place West PUD, Weathersfield North PUD for Best Natural Landscaping. 5, Transportation Committee. The motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for professional services with Wright & Company for the Central Road Extension Feasibility Study in the amount of $123,614 and approve the required resolution. B, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement with Kimberly Horn and Associates, Inc. of Warrenville, Illinois for Phase 1 preliminary engineering services for the Braintree Drive Improvement, Wise Road to Weathersfield Way in the amount of $241,821 and approve the required resolution. 6, Plan Commission. The motion would be to approve a variation to allow a deck in the side yard for the property located at 1319 Avon Court. 7, Zoning Board of Appeals. The motion would be to approve a site plan amendment, building and parking lot expansion, floor area ratio, FAR variation, lot coverage variation, parking variation, landscape variations, preliminary and final plat of consolidation for 3D exhibits 800 Albion Avenue. B, the motion would be to approve a site plan amendment, special use amendment, gas station expansion, and Woodfield Regional Center design review for Costco gas station 1371 North Meacham Road. C, the motion would be to deny a short-term parking variation for the Dental Store Limited, 1061 South Roselle Road.
Poll, please.
D, the motion would be to approve a special use for a retail tobacco and smoke store for King's Vape and Smoke, LLC, 1720 West Wise Road. E, the motion would be to approve a site plan approval, Woodfield Regional Center design review, special use for a Type C restaurant, special use for a drive-through, parking variation, landscape variation, preliminary and final plat approval for Chipotle, 1100 North Meacham Road. 8, the motion will be to approve a site plan approval and Woodfield Regional Center design review for multi-tenant building 1301 to 1305 East Gulf Road. 9, resolutions. The motion would be to adopt as Resolution R22-0191, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an easement agreement for the crossing improvements associated with the Rodenberg Road project with the Commuter Rail Division of the Regional Transportation Authority, METRA.
Asking for that item to be pulled?
Yes, when you said that if there's an item that you wanted to bring up, was that for the audience too?
Yes,
Is that-
yes, absolutely.
Can I go back to the dental store one? I would like to,
I already asked for that to be pulled off,
thank you,
so that'll be discussed separately.
thank you.
Okay.
And this one?
So you're okay with this, right? Okay, thank you.
B, the motion will be to adopt as resolution number R22-092, authorizing the village manager to execute the National Parkway from American Lane to Gulf Road improvements, local agency agreement for federal participation. C, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R22-093, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for construction engineering services of National Parkway from American Lane to Gulf Road improvements with Civiltech Engineering, Inc. D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R22-094, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement with Wright and Company for the Central Road Extension feasibility study. E, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R22-095, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement for professional services with Kimberly Horn and Associates, Inc. for Phase 1 engineering services for Braintree Drive improvements, Wise Road to Weathersfield Road Way. 10, ordinances. The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-085, granting a variation to allow a deck in the south side yard, 1319 Avon Court. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-086, granting a site plan amendment, building and parking lot expansion, floor area ratio, FAR variation, lot coverage variation, parking variation, landscape variations, preliminary and final plat of consolidation for 3D Exhibits 800 Albion Avenue. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-087, granting a site plan amendment, special use amendment, gas station expansion, and Woodfield Regional Center design review for Costco Gas Station, 1371 North Meacham Road. D, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as resolution number 22-088, granting a special use for a retail tobacco and smoke store for King's Vape and Smoke, LLC, 1720 West Wise Road. E, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-089, granting a site plan approval, Woodfield Regional Center design review, special use for a Type C restaurant, special use for a drive-through parking variation, landscape variation, preliminary and final plat approval for Chipotle, 1100 North Meacham Road. F, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-090, granting a site plan approval and Woodfield Regional Center design review for multi-tenant building, 1301 to 1305 East Gulf Road. G, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 22-091, authorizing the disposal of surplus personal property owned by the Village of Schaumburg. This concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you, Village Clerk Marilyn Parr. Look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as has been read.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Vishki.
Just a point of clarification, it was as presented with item 7C pulled, correct?
That's correct, sorry. Yes. There is no ordinance.
No.
It was a denial, yeah.
Okay, trustee
With
Bishop.
that, with that item pulled, I vote aye.
Trustee Madey.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Kozak.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carries. If you had an item that was in that and you wish to stay, you're welcome. If not, you're also welcome to leave. Your items have been approved. Next item is under committee reports, we have dental store, which I asked to be removed from the agenda. It came from zoning board. It was recommended as a denial for this. I know I myself have some questions and concern about signage in shopping centers and would like to ask that this item be referred to one of our standing committees, which is called the Committee of the Whole, which we all sit on. And this probably would be December 20th. So it won't be for a little while, which means anything happening right now would be basically frozen until there's at least discussion at Committee of the Whole. So I know you had a question about pulling this off. So if I may ask, what's your name? I'm sorry?
Would you like to come up?
Sure, why don't you come on up? Okay. So I want to give you a little background, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time here on it this evening, but
Yes, my name is Joel Cohn, and I'm the office manager for the dental store.
okay. All right, so what I'm asking for, and I'm looking for concurrence to move this to Committee of the Whole.
Second.
A motion and a second, to have this discussed more in depth at our Committee of the Whole. Won't be a rehearing of the whole thing, but certainly we'll get more involved in the conversation, not just about dental stores, to be aware, but parking and shopping centers in general. There's been some confusion, I think. We also have some shopping owners who are clearly doing things that they should not be. I did some surveys on my own. I found one that took the handicap parking signs and put up their own, 15-minute wait, and with the sign, with the pavement clearly marked handicap. And so we have some doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and we need to have further conversation about it. So it'll be a little bit more than just a 5-minute, 10-minute type deal. But we are looking at Tuesday, December 20th.
Would I be invited to that?
Yes, you're absolutely invited to attend.
Thank you.
So any material that you have, we'd ask that you forward to staff ahead of time so that it can be disseminated before the meeting. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, with that, any other questions or comments from the board? No? Oh, motion by trustee Dunham, second by,
Jamie.
Jamie, we need a vote.
okay, okay. Look for a, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. So,
Wouldn't help.
that's all for committee reports. Comments from the audience? Anyone in the audience wishing to address the village on matters pertinent towards the village of Schaumburg, please come forward. None this evening. Okay. Council report. Excellent. President's report. I do have a couple items actually pertinent towards Public Works. So we were notified by Director Mike Hall that the village's Engineering Public Works Department has been awarded its reaccreditation for the 2022 cycle. So this is the 7th accreditation for the village accreditation for the department. Longest standing accreditation agency in the nation. So very good, Michael. Thank you very much. You guys should be proud to get that and keep that going. So in addition to everything else that you do. Unfortunately, I missed it, but I'm sure others, who's here from the board that went to the annual snow and ice vehicle inspection? You guys go? No? Did you guys go?
George and Brian did.
George and Brian, okay. So it's always a fun time, always interesting. The guys put in a lot of hard work to get the equipment ready, check it over, paint it up, oil, whatever they got to do in order to make sure they're ready for the winter. And so apparently there's a little bit of a competition. And this year, we have, so the cleanup competition winners are, for Best Tandem, is Bob Mamrot, and Joe Cotty. Okay. Best two, I should give these to George, because George does it so much better than I do. Best 2.5 ton, and that's Tyler Honinger, Nate Rambone. Best loader, Sean Wayne and Kirby Huron. Best pickup, Josh Martinez. Best sidewalk, what's best sidewalk? What does that mean, best sidewalk? Equipment for, that they go around, like the brush that cleans up the sidewalks?
Yeah, it's like a tool cat, so it's fitted with actually some anti-icing and some other stuff.
Okay. Gene Durskin and Don Krager. Best overall, Tyler Brown and Dan Larson. An Employee Choice Award, doesn't say for what in particular, but Shane Nessus. Okay. And Ulysses Rangel. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Nice job. And that's all I have. Manager's report.
I just have a quick item. As this is our last meeting for the month of November, I want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to the members of the board and members of staff that are here in the audience, and remind everyone that Tiana and her staff are working hard for our holiday tree lighting, which will be held on November 25th, 6 o'clock at the plaza right outside. So,
Do we have any rehearsals scheduled?
I heard that that is necessary, but I'm not sure if it's been scheduled.
Really necessary.
That's time for you with the singing coach, right?
Okay.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Next item is new business. We have no new business listed. Unfinished business, none listed. Trustee comments and mentions. Anyone? Anyone? Going once, going twice? Okay. Look for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Third.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I just want to go.
Thank you
right
very
off
much.
the
We
rails.
are adjourned.